Oh, here we are again now, and it's like no time has passed. Gazing out upon the sunset as it sinks into the night. Many times it seemed as though a given day might be our last. Face to face with certain death, it's somehow coming out alright. I don't think that we have any cause to lament, but there's quite a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
We killed you dead! This is bullshit!
This one, getting hit by Jambalaya, takes on a surprising amount of speed as it barrels down the hallway, and Mercy, it slams into you, sending you cascading in this direction, and Gregor, it slams into you, sending you cascading in this direction, hitting Bream, it forces him backwards. Bream is going to reel back and using the family technique. The dark scouring, he's going to apply it directly to the creature's face, causing its flesh to pop, sizzle, and burn. In this instance, another creature is going to approach from the south, Gregor, charging up towards you. This is quickly becoming a clusterfuck. Do you do anything?
Yeah, Gregor is going to... This is a door here, right?
That is a door, yes.
All right, yeah. Gregor is going to scramble to his feet after being knocked down, swing around here, and slam this door shut and bar it with one of the tools
nice.
Mercy conveniently placed.
Excellent. So, Gregor, you attempt to bar the door. This is great. It's a perfect plan. And as you do so, the creature slams into the side of it repeatedly, causing the door to buckle inwards a little bit. You manage to stop its momentum, but some of the door spikes inwards, one of the boards giving way, sending a bolt and bit of jagged metal striking your side, drawing blood. Give me, wound something for me.
Oh, boy.
Gregor, you are feeling fucking atrocious. You're barely hanging on. The world is starting to swim in front of your eyes. Mercy, what do you got?
She immediately runs up to Gregor, realizing how bad he's feeling, and she is going to use her virtue to take one of those wounds away and give it to herself.
Ooh, excellent. Okay. You pull the wound from Gregor and add it to yourself. Unwound something, Gregor.
Oh, sorry, Mercy.
No, it's fine.
I could have taken another one.
No, I am not letting you do that.
Okay, and it's around this moment that I have to ask, you three in this line, how are you reacting to horse presence?
Marcus, do you know your ABCs well enough to clean up that room?
Maybe, but I think... Look, I can help here, I promise. And then we can get to that room. I honestly feel a lot better about it if you have you like looking out for me.
Do you really think you can one-shot this horse?
One shot? Maybe not. Help with a two-shot? Absolutely.
Okay, let's stop horsing around then.
Okay. In that case, take a step back and Mia get further back in the doorway. Thank you. Marcus is going to conjure shadows in such a way that an array of rigid and pretty thick spikes come out of this doorway.
Okay.
And then he's going to make a little dot of shadow behind this door, such that it can extend at a moment's notice and slam the door open.
Very funny.
Okay, so I love that we've been arguing this entire time, but we keep on having these great tag team attacks.
Look, it just happens when you're as awesome as we are.
Harlock, extendo arms at the horse to pull it in.
Okay,
also,
in this case...
Also, Marcus is going to turn around real quick and go, "Hey, Dad, Great Dark Scouring, quick tip, make yourself, like, just a basic Cartesian mobile container spell, spawn the Dark Scouring in there, and then use a pinprick opening to propel it. It's an Eldritch Blast. You'll thank me later."
Your father.
Harlock, I will kick you in the shins.
That won't hurt.
You managed to grab the horse by the face and pull it in. Marcus, acting quickly, you managed to assemble what appears to be some sort of it's like a reverse mousetrap. And you managed to armor up the door and send it flying backwards. It hits the horse and sends it end over end. I used cascading 5 times already. You send the horse end over end in a pile of hooves and flame. It rights itself. You managed to swing the door open with just enough time that you managed to stop it from cleaving past. Those axes swinging at open air instead. The horse temporarily is trapped in a stable of spikes. You've got a moment to slip past if you both so wish.
Yeah, I think so. I think Marcus would also try and extend the shadow spikes just a bit.
Okay, you managed to armor it up, and you three...
And when that happens, Harlock is going to kind of shoulder tackle the door to push it just a little bit further.
And Marcus is going to push at Harlock's back, adding almost nothing.
You're squishing me.
You shoulder tackle the door, both of you force it back a little bit more. You hear a defiant whinny as you move on.
You are not gonna be my mom, you asshole.
That's what you think.
I'm not gonna let you. Now quick, tell me which room to take care of.
You have to call me mommy first.
Okay, well, then we're just gonna be here all fucking day, aren't we? He crosses his arms and leans against the wall.
Are you willing to let your friends die?
Yep. You know what? In this case, absolutely.
Back over here with the other crew. Speaking of letting your friends die,
What was that defiant whinny I just heard?
Let's do another one like that. Okay. So, in order, let's say, Mercy, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I think Mercy can go. Let's see here. So she was able to see that the horse is in here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Mercy is gonna reach to her side, which is now a new fresh wound for her, and she calls it a Bream. Bream, Jambalaya, move aside. I'm gonna try something.
Jambalaya is still hanging onto the ladle, which is embedded inside this angel. He tries, nonetheless, to kind of scamper over to the side and lever himself up against the wall.
Bream grabs Jambalaya, runs into the room, and then spins around using his full and not substantial might. Wheeling the imp, he throws it over to Marcus.
Oh, hello, Jambalaya.
And then dives into this room.
We were just playing chicken to see who would break first.
Mercy looks down to Gregor. Can you handle this for just a moment?
You got it.
God, okay, good. Mercy gets down into, the starting position for a sprint, and then dashes forward with both gloves superheated as best as she can, and she's going to basically shoulder tackle this thing as far as she can into the door over here, and try to sandwich all of them into the furthest wall with all of her strength.
Ooh, excellent.
That's
okay.
fucking beautiful, dude. Nice.
You managed to force this one back, and in doing so, you clobber it into non-existence. This thing dies in your arms as you force it backwards, and Mercy, you're going to get wounded again from the whirling axes that you're functionally creating a blender in this instance, but you will similarly manage to wound the horse just the same.
But Jay, could it be that perhaps some sort of embedded ladle maybe caught one of the blows?
Maybe. Just maybe, the embedded ladle might have caught one of the blows. Exactly as predicted, the embedded ladle catches one of the blows, and then immediately
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, Mercy, you managed to kill this creature and wound the horse, but similarly at the same time you are going to take a wound as well.
Mercy immediately falls back and she reaches for these new glowing wounds and just kind of frowns. I'm sorry, kiddos.
And Gregor, is there something that you would like to do?
Gregor remembers what he had to do to properly kill the angel before, and he sighs because this is gonna hurt his brain.
It's gonna hurt your brain.
And he takes a big long look at this horse as it's clambering over this shattered door towards Mercy. And he can see its its weirdness and how it doesn't really belong in this world, and the place where he can fit something in there and pry it apart. He starts running and grabs a fire poker on the way.
Yeah.
Because that axe is way too heavy. And runs up, and his head is pounding and with a searing headache as he finally makes it to this creature and drives the fire poker into it, right in the spot that shouldn't exist, that's ugly to look at. And he starts twisting and wrenching and just ripping this thing apart using his pan-dimensional sight.
Gregor, you cleave this thing apart. You find this connection that was forged in the souls of angels, and you manage to slice it apart. A link between this world and the next, severing under your hot poker. Doesn't sound as good as under the weight of your glaive. But
sure doesn't.
You managed to poke this thing apart, and just like that, because of the position that it's been put in, it starts to fall apart. It starts to collapse. You get the feeling your attack dealt additional damage to it. But as you do, you feel like your attack also dealt additional damage to yourself. The world wobbles again. You don't feel like you took a wound immediately, but you could feel like, ooh, you're going to be paying off that one for a bit. The roaring against the door grows a little bit louder. Harlock, Marcus, what's going on?
Say it.
Look, I will compromise with you. I will not call you my mom, but you can call me your beautiful stepson.
I'll take it.
Hey kids, not sure how complicated that is. Can we move it along? We're getting our asses kicked.
We're working on it. This is delicate work.
Doesn't sound like it. Get moving.
While bickering with Harlock, Marcus has also been weaving together a shadow buckler, having dispelled all of the junk on this door after the horse died. He puts as much defensive reinforcement on it as he can, hands it to Jambalaya, and says, "Okay, bud, going back up Mercy and Gregor. If they look like they're in serious trouble, use this to take a hit for them."
Oh boy. There he goes.
And now I think we're doing our teamwork to take care of that.
Harlock, in this instance, you feel the lash back from this creation. You've got to make a choice now. Are you going to take a wound, or is something complicated going to happen?
How many wounds do I have right now?
I believe 1 or 2.
I think it's 2.
Yeah.
I'll take that wound because we have a lot of rooms.
Yep. You take the wound. There is this flash of electricity. It dances up your functional arm, just like Marcus's. And yeah, you now know exactly what his pain felt like. And immediately, Mia brings down the sword and sends this thing shattering.
I understand you a little bit more, my beautiful stepson.
Okay, that's a one-time thing. I should have been clear.